Hey everybody, Paul K here, and we have a beautiful shot of Miss Denise advertising all our trout gear and showing that off. This week's we're gonna do a little episode about trout tips. I'm getting really excited on the upcoming trout season. I've been doing a lot of research online and techniques that other guys are using, and I have pretty good techniques myself, but I always like to improve. So you're going to learn a little bit here about what other guys across the country are using, and I'm itching to go on the fishing. This February, cabin fever's for the birds. So we're caught between a rock and a hard place here in New England, and I'm talking to other viewers. I have a friend up in Nova Scotia that says they ain't got no ice either, so there's no ice fishing episodes. We're very unusually warm winter this year, so we're messing with the tackle and getting that all ready for the spring anticipation of all the seasons opening up. So stay tuned to Saturday Mornings Outdoors. On this episode, I think you'll like it. If you like, press the like button and subscribe, please. It really helps a lot with the channel. And let's go. All right, so away we go. Miss Denise says hi, and I don't know what's wrong with this girl, but I tell her to put some clothes on, and she don't listen. I don't know what she's thinking about. So anyway, when you know it's February and I'm talking the nude mermaid statues, then that's called cabin fever. So anyway, of course this time of year you should be working on all your gear, oiling up everything and getting everything ready for the upcoming seasons, putting new line on and so forth and so on. You guys know what to do all about that. Clean up your rods, oil, and get the new line on there, or flip the line around. That's a cool trick. You know, if you have the expensive braid, tie it on a fence outside, walk away from the fence with the line coming off, and then switch it around, use the other end, because that stuff's expensive and you get more wear out of it. And fly guys do that too with their fly lines. So you get double duty from your line. All that line that's buried underneath there, it's not getting used. It's brand new if you just spooled it last season. So you get double duty out of that. Lube up everything and away you go. And I can't wait. So this year, everyone fishes with power bait, or most guys fish with, a lot of guys fish with power bait. I use the power bait. Predominantly, I like the live bait, and I love spoons and spinners for trout. Flies, too. I like it all. So get all that stuff ready, but I wanted to concentrate on this. I did some research on the power bait, and what I found out online is, okay, so when I buy power bait, most of the time it's color related. And so I'm not really paying too much attention, but I always like certain colors, like this fluorescent orange and the green seems to perform really well for me. And when things are slow, I'll switch up to anything just to change the mojo. So then it dawned on me, I'm looking through like Bass Pro catalogs and Cabela's that they have flavors too. So it's just like a 5-year-old could have figured this out, but of course you're dealing with the trail boss mind, and it just never occurred to me till now. So they have scents. So not only can you go with the color, scent, smell, scent. So they got, corn. They have the nymph flavored, and there's many different flavors that are here, and why not have color and scent both working in your flavor? That was a revelation to me. I mean, I just never thought of that. So get this, the most powerful flavor that they say, the most popular flavor they say, is corn. So I bought a couple of these, corn flavored, and yellow. That's the color. That's the color that I like. And the green, I like it in the green too. It's more of a green color, but it's okay. So not only are you going to have the power of taste going for you, but you're going to have the color too. I don't know about you guys. That was a revelation to me. Power, these guys at Berkeley are on it always, of course, because they're manufacturing it. But it just never dawned on me. I just always went by color. So that's going to be fun to try out. And looking at a lot of these videos with guys using just the strictly corn flavor, I'm not sponsored by anybody. You buy the flavor that you like. or believe in, but that's the most popular one is the corn. And why Miss Denise was here, now moving on to another subject, is the oil of Denise. And I lovingly call it oil of Denise as a practical joke while striper fishing, and it kind of caught on to this series. So the anise I put on my worms, just throw a little in the dirt there a week before you go fishing or a few days, and let it all hook up in there, and I seem to have really good, and this stuff's cheap, $1.50, $2 at your dollar store, or we have what's called a Building 19 around here, and that's pretty cool. I have really good luck using that. So we got the scent, we're here, and we got the scented power bait. I'm going to kill some fish this year. So now, normally on hooks, this is what, by the way, these jars are great. Get a few baby jars and just slurp the contents out or throw it away or whatever. All I want is the jar. They're a couple bucks a piece, but these are great. You can see just what you're getting and, you know, what you got stored in there. So normally this is my go-to trout hook. And that is, this is a size 8 bait holder hook. And they call them bait holders because of course, they got these little ridges cut. I hope you can see that. These ridges cut on the edge of the hook, and they hold the worms better. This is the best worm hook you could use. You know, there you go. Now you can probably see that better. That's the best worm hook I like to say, and that's size. Guys like different sizes and so forth. But so here's another revelation I had. I'm watching other videos of guys catching trout, and they're using the treble hooks. So I got a few treble hooks, but they have specialized ones. Now here's where you got to do a little investment. And you guys, some guys might already know this, but this just never occurred to me. I always, power bait, I'd use the number 8, and I just get a ball and cram it on there, and it would work, and I catch trout, but it comes off relatively easy. After 20 minutes or so, it kind of melts away, or just from the movement, you know, but it works. I caught my share of trout over the years, tons and tons of them. So, but this is the ultimate, and this is for only put and take fishing. You're going to kill the fish, or you're going to do some damage with these. But so these are treble hooks, but not only are they treble hooks, the idea behind it is to hold the bait on, and this blew my mind. I mean, you know, I wasn't paying attention to their terminal gear. Yeah, I gotta separate some of these here. But you get the idea. You can see these. They have a spring on them, and they're it'll take a little while to. There we go. There's one that jumped free. Let's see if I can get that. Show you guys what that looks like. So it's got that spring on it. These are made to hold the dough bait. Now, guys down south, catfishermen and all that guys that use the dough bait, these are the magic, you know, thing that just holds them forever. You get your dough ball on there, and it gets all involved in that spring and held on there good. And it's made for the dough bait. So if you're a catfishman, or in my case, or our case, that use this for trout, I'm going to give these a whirl this season. And they're relatively, you know, you get 50 for $12 online. Choose the size you like. I got 8s, 10s, 12s, and look at these, size 20s. They're minis, but they don't have the spring on them, but still, I couldn't resist buying these size 20s. 20s. Look at the size of those things compared to my fingernail. They're really small. So the combination with these trout hooks with the springs on them, and that's my new strategy this year, and the flavored power bait. And a lot of you guys are probably laughing at me. That's how you were supposed to do it from the first time, but it never dawned on me. So that's my revelation. And my go-to setup here, let me see if I can do this without knocking everything over, is the sinker slider rig. It's pretty much any kind of bait fishing that you're doing. It's gonna be this here. Bear with me, please. Okay, and so my fumble fingers, I got it all straightened out to show you. So this is the basic sinker slider rig. You got your egg sinker with the hole in it, and then this is the main line going that way. That's the main line that goes to the reel, and you got a swivel in there to jam in there to stop, of course. basic sinker slider rig, and then your leader comes out to here on my little hook. And there's my, from last year actually, my bait holder hook from trout fishing. So hook, leader, swivel, running line, and then your sinker. And so the fish takes the bait, of course. The sinker's on the bottom. He doesn't feel the tension and doesn't spit the bait, swallows it, and away he goes. The difference is this year, as I'm going to be using the spring, the trebles made especially for it, and I'm going to use the special bait. So these are my tactics that I've thought over. Of course, I'll be using other lures too, but it's fun this time of year when you're housebound or kind of housebound and itching to get out, is to work on the gear, and that brings you back to reality, you know, from these long winters up here in New England. So with that, I hope you enjoy this show. It's like and subscribe, please. It really helps a lot with the channel. And I hope you like this episode and maybe picked up a few tips. You're probably laughing at me, but because that's the way you're supposed to do it, but it just never dawned on me. I never got that jiggy with it down to those precise, but there's techniques for every species, it seems. And I'm learning all the time. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time with something cooking up. Trail Boss, let you know. Bye.